She's so sweet, isn't she? She's like, I mean, there's nothing demonic about this. So relax. Take a deep breath with me. Oh, God, your father was like George S. Patton, okay? Gun guy. And I'm getting issues and pain in my jaws and teeth, okay? But his bark was worse than his bite, okay? He was very intimidating. This guy was bigger than life, all right? You need to stop feeling guilty. What's with, and I know every woman I know loves chocolate, but he's showing this box of chocolates, like the cream-filled chocolates. Does that make sense to you in any way?
I love chocolates. He loved chocolates.
So the answer should be?
Yes.
First 2 weeks in January. Is there a significance to you in any shape, form, or fashion first 2 weeks in January? Because I'm hearing Elvis. Love me tender, love me true, I will always love you. And Elvis's birthday was, I think, January 8th. Thank you. That's my indicator for the first 2 weeks in January. And that doesn't have to be with him, that could be with you in any shape, form, or fashion. Or it could be with Elvis. And no, I'm not channeling Elvis. Thank you very much. Come on.
I was in a bad crash in the military, and I was supposed to not make it, and that was a time period when I was in coma and vegetable state, and every day they made funeral plans, they did everything. The first week in January. I don't know, I was asleep.
I don't know if that's it, the most life-shattering event of your life. Let's go with...
Yes. He had a hard time.
The reason your dad, George S. Patton, is bringing this up is he prayed to God for God to take him and to spare you. Okay? And that was very important to him. And he wants you to know how absolutely precious you were to him. Okay? And he was very critical of you. And his comments were very biting. And he had this thing where he was always putting you down. He thought he was doing this to help you and to motivate you. But now from the other side, he's getting a whole different perspective on things. What's with the potato chips? Oh, she's giving me the look. That's a yes, but let's find out how.
I used to snake them to my room. And with 7 kids, they were usually under the pillow or somewhere. And the girls were in one area and the guys in another at the house. And we had a lot of nights with potato chips.
You are so busted from the other side. He knew you were doing that. And he was not always kind about the things he said about that. He was always getting on you about that. He still is. Hold on. You're very good about focusing on your mental clarity, your mental health. He says, but you tend to neglect your physical well-being in favor of everyone around you. And he wants you to take care of you first. He said, because you cannot save the world if you're in a coma. Okay? So, your dad loves you, and it's interesting the way they communicate from the other side, very much like they did when they were here. If he came through being all warm and fuzzy, okay? He's coming through and saying, I want you to pay more attention to your health. I want you to start putting your interests ahead of everybody else's, because that's the only way you're going to help everyone. Okay? I'm smelling sulfur, like sulfur water, artesian well. Does this make sense to you in any way? Let's take this one step at a time. Let's go with a well.
Oh,
Go ahead.
we had a house in the country, and it used to have a well near a creek, and the water would have sometimes a funny smell, sulfur smell.
Uncontestable fact, following the message about how your dad felt about you and your health and well-being. And I'll leave that with you. And you know what? She was such a good sport. Everyone give her a round of applause. God bless you.